It's that time again. Midweek message number 220, would you believe? Okay, let's start off with 17 degrees centigrade, which is 62 Fahrenheit. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. 82% humidity, 10-15 millibars on the barometer, and the flag is blowing a hoolie from the west. The trees are blowing everywhere. It's just been so windy the last couple of days. We've had the odd rain shower. Not cold out there at all. It's quite pleasant. It's just this wind, overcast sky, and not very pleasant really. I'm looking at the cherry tree now. Stone the crows. Cherry tree's going to be uprooted at this rate. Well, not quite. How are you? I hope you're keeping well. Hope the weather's all right where you are. Rob down under there in Australia is in midwinter. Well done, Rob. Won't be long I'll be saying, oh, it's freezing here, and you'll be sort of 150 Fahrenheit or something daft. Do you do Fahrenheit in Australia? I can't remember now. Or are you centigrade? Can't remember. No doubt you will remind me, Rob. Right, the date is, at the moment, the 24th. It's Tuesday. You'll be listening to this tomorrow. The 21st was the longest day. Now, I know I say this every year, don't I? Doom and gloom. Oh dear, it's grim. Evenings are drawing in now. It's getting darker earlier. Well, it is. I never quite understand what's going on. How can the longest day be the 21st of June when we've got July, August, September? That's all summer, isn't it? I always thought when I was a kid, August was the peak of the summer, really hot. And yet the longest day is the 21st of June. I don't know. I don't understand all that. And I don't need to, do I? Who cares? Moving on, a quick hello to Doreen, Auntie Doreen in Seattle. Hello to you. Do you remember the pond house? Doreen had a house with a load of land and it had a pond, and she called it the pond house. It's strange how you have names for certain houses. When my parents lived in a road called Highgrove, I didn't say I'm going up Mum and Dad's or we're popping to Mum and Dad's. We would say, oh, we're going to Highgrove on Sunday. Highgrove meaning their house. And yes, Auntie Doreen, pond house. Because you had a big pond there. That's rather nice. Hello to you. And I'm glad that you're still listening to all the podcast episodes, Doreen. That's good. And hello to Amy, of course. Amy's been in touch. We were talking about houses. And Amy lives in Seattle. And we were talking about the size of houses in Britain. Now, our house here is tiny. It's minuscule. We live in a box. A small box. And the garden is a postage stamp size. Now, my son in North Carolina, his house is a mansion. It's massive. It is really humongous. It's a mansion in comparison. And I do know that when Americans come over here and look at our little houses, they think, well, how can you live there in that little box? You've got no space. Because some of the big American houses, you've got a double or triple or quadruple garage, haven't you? You've got rooms everywhere, bathrooms and, I don't know, loads of land. And we live in small boxes. Having said that, look at the size of America on the map and then look at the size of the UK. We're a tiny little island in comparison, aren't we? We can't all have acres of land each. There just wouldn't be enough room for us all. We're quite happy in our little house anyway. It's our home and our little garden. We're quite happy. Runner beans are coming on. Sweet peas are looking good. You're not interested in that, are you? I was chatting to a friend of mine on the radio the other day, and he said, why don't we retire? And I thought, that's an odd thing to say. We're both retired. We've been retired for several years. What's he talking about? Then he explained, he said, let's get rid of all this amateur radio gear, all our ham radio gear, aerials, everything like that, because it causes problems. Oh, that radio's gone wrong. That aerial's fallen down. That needs to be done. And I added, yes, let's also get rid of computers. I'm having trouble with my computer. I'm not going to go on about computers because we're talking mainly about the 50s and 60s, when we were blessed without computers. We didn't have computers back then to cause problems. Just briefly, I've got a program that I connect to my amateur radio gear, and it's meant to listen to the radio and talk to the radio, and it won't. It won't do it. I've been through settings. It honestly drives me around the bend. I need North Carolina's son to come over here and fix it, which he is going to later in the year. He's coming over and we're going to build a new computer. I've ordered all the parts. Some have turned up already. So I'm really looking forward to having a new computer. Then this one will be purely for my ham radio stuff. Not that it works with the ham radio stuff. Right, but the gist of all this is, when this friend of mine said, let's retire, what he meant was, let's get rid of all this stuff, computers, radios, aerials. Let's just sit in the garden, have a cup of tea and relax, potter around, do a bit of weeding, grow some flowers. Don't have to worry about why the sound settings on the computer don't work and this crashes and that program doesn't work. Oh, nightmare. It's a good point, actually, isn't it? I remember my neighbour back when I was, 10, 11, 12. This old boy next door, he was a retired headmaster from a boys' school, private school, don't you know? And he didn't have any hobbies. He didn't do anything. He just sort of potted about each day, just wandered around the garden looking at things, giving me £0.50 to do a bit of weeding here and there. Who remembers the £0.50 coins, 2 and 6pence? Happy days. He just did nothing all day. But I don't think I could do that. Could you do that? I know that some people just like to retire and do nothing. Go out for a pub lunch, go and have a cream tea somewhere in the afternoon, watch TV. I can't do that. I need to be doing things. I need to be active. And although it's problematic, especially the computer at the moment, my one here I'm using now, it's all good fun. I will get it sorted out. Well, I say I will. My son will. When he comes. If you're listening, when you come over, that's job number 1. He's only here for a week. So what we're going to have to do is get him in here in my high-tech air-conditioned studio, get him in here, lock the door and chain him to the chair. Right, there's the computer, fix it. When you've done that, build the other one and program all that. When you've done that, I've got some other problems lined up for you. No, I mustn't say any more. I'll put him off. He'll be saying, I can't come over now after all, rather busy with work. Sorry about that. What I don't understand about computers, damn things, when they go wrong. Well, don't go wrong, they just don't do things properly. Why doesn't the computer put a notice up on the screen or speak to you and say, I can't communicate with your amateur radio equipment because blah, blah, blah. Shall I correct the setting for you? And you say, yes, please, and it corrects the setting. Well, why can't it do it? It's a computer. It should know more about itself and its operating system and that than I do. So why can't it tell me what the problem is? Or not even tell me. Just say, I know what the problem is. Do you want me to fix it? Yes, please. And it fixes it. Stupid thing. It calls itself a computer. It doesn't even know what it's doing. My iPad's gone berserk. It just does its own thing. Things flash all over the screen. It types by itself. I'm looking at it, not touching it, and it goes berserk. Stupid thing. What's the point? This is exactly what my friend meant by saying, let's retire. Get rid of all these problems. Touch wood, dare I say touch wood, dare I say this? The car is behaving itself. We've spent a lot of money on that. The timing belt, the cam belt, the serpentine belt. Serpentine, my foot. And what else? Tyres, MOT, service, stone the crows. Be better off without a car, I think. No cars, no computers, iPads, all this nonsense, TV boxes that you go to a certain channel. This channel isn't available. Well, why not? It was just now. We're watching halfway through the film. Now you say it's not available. Get rid of the whole lot. A friend of mine was saying the other day that he wants to go off-grid, live in the woods, in a log cabin. And I said, Dave, that's exactly what I want to do. But of course there would be problems. You'd have to have a generator. You've got to buy diesel for the generator. You can't just go and live in the woods for nothing. You've got to get food. You need hot water to wash. It's not that easy, is it? In fact, it's probably very hard work. As my brother-in-law, he was with us, as he pointed out, it would be hard work. I've got this sort of vision of you wake up in the morning, the birds are singing in the woods, the bears are roaming. Well, no, they wouldn't have bears in this country. You would in North Carolina. Bears roaming the woods, not grizzlies. That kind of vision, that dream of living in the woods off-grid, it wouldn't be like that at all, would it? Especially in the winter. Right, just before I leave you in peace, another quick hello to Amy's dad, Clive. I'm glad the podcast episodes help you, Clive, in a certain way. That's good. I will leave you with a thought. Not you, Clive. Well, you as well. Everyone. Oh, by the way, raise rants at protonmail.com if you want to email me. I'll leave you all with a thought. Don't get stressed. It's not worth it. Do not get yourself stressed. My mum used to say, if you've got a problem and you can't do anything about it, well, don't worry about it. What's the point of worrying? You can't do anything about it. Leave it. Forget it. I'm always telling my son in North Carolina, do not get stressed. It's not worth it. It makes you ill. It's just not good. That's the thought I want to leave you with. It's now, where are we now? Trisha's banging around downstairs. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. We've had no sunshine today. We've had no rain. We've had, I don't know what we've had, wind, and not particularly cold, but not particularly nice either. Behave yourselves, be good, be bad. If you're bad, don't get caught. And all that rubbish. I don't know. Happy days. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Enjoy life. Take care, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye for now.